What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Shame in the Game podcast. I am your host, Mr. No Shame in the Game himself. Okay? Today I'll be dropping a small mini view of what I did with my guy, Rodi. Hope you guys like it. Don't forget to follow all my socials at No Shame in the Game podcast. Without further ado, let's run it. Hey, Rodi, what game can you give to a youngster that has the mindset of, I can't see a way out? What do I do?
In general, to that question, not knowing the situation the individual is going through, I would tell them there's always a way out. Feeling trapped doesn't mean that you're trapped. It just means that you're just stagnated in a place that you don't truly understand yet. You just at a standstill. Give yourself some time, to think things through, calm down, relax, and just see things through. And that's being patient. You know, give yourself the opportunity. Just by believing in yourself. Give yourself a chance. And when you do that, the rest will begin to fall in place. I can speak on this all day, but it's essential that that person make good choices. And self-confidence take you places that some wouldn't even think that's possible from where we came from, right? So just knowing that alone, knowing that you have a chance by believing in yourself will make things better. It will smooth things out in the days to come. So there's always a way out, you know what I mean? And one day they'll appreciate the journey and look back and respect the grind that they went through to get there. Because believe it or not, that's the best part of the journey, is realizing where you came from. That right there is gold. That's worth more than money. Now we have to get the kids to realize that. That's the biggest part. But once we break through that part, then they're on their way.
That's game right there. What words of advice can you give to a youngster that doesn't have good influences in his life right now?
And first of all, thanks for having me on the No Shame to the Game podcast. It's an honor, man. I really respect what you're doing. And whatever I can do or able to help you succeed in what you're, in the goals you're going and the direction you're going, I'm here, man. I really respect what you're doing. And to answer your question, first I would tell the youngsters it's up to them to take control of their life. It's really up to them, because all the mistakes, all the heartaches, all the trials, tribulations, the bad choices, ultimately it falls on them, regardless. So if that's the case, take control of your life. I would tell the youngsters, don't allow anybody to push them in a direction they don't want to go. That's essential, because the peer pressure has a way, when you're young-minded, to lead you in a direction where you regret later. Just because a person is close to them, doesn't mean that they're leading them in the right direction. It's wise to be selective about who you're dealing with. That's essential. That's what kids need to know. They need to know that, have faith in themselves, set positive standards for themselves, set goals. Becoming a man or a woman is learning how to walk on your own, learn how to stand on your own, be smart, stay focused, and concentrate daily on making wise decisions. That's what I would tell them.
That's game right there. How would you explain to a youngster that there's a bigger world out there than the city that they live in currently?
Now, that's a good question right there, my man. Okay, but the facts are this. Their mindset is only based on what they see every day. The schools, the environment, the block, the neighborhood, from what they've been nurtured into. That's the only thing they see. And we must, or they must realize that there's a bigger world out there. I would advise them to go online, take a virtual tour, and see what the world has to offer so they can see all the different people, the different opportunities, the different places in the world they can explore and not be stuck in one environment. Okay, it's more than just the paradox that they're brought up in. Okay, there's a plethora of information out there, and it's up to them to go see it, to seek it out. It's up to them to make that change, to change their circumstance. That's what I would tell every young person. Don't just leave it up to someone else to do it for you. Take that step. It's your life. It's a bigger world out there than just being on the block or just being in a situation stuck. It's more to it. Don't be stuck. Be smart. Be wise. Be intelligent. Make those moves for yourself. Seek the information. That's what I would tell all the youngsters out there. Any youngster that will listen.
One more before I let you go. How important is it for you to get your message out there to the kids that are willing to listen with all the bullshit and misinformation that they see on social media?
How important is very important. It's funny that you asked that question. I was just working on this on a speech I'm gonna give at this when I had this autograph signing. I was gonna give it to the children, and this is what I said. I said it's important because early impacts shape lives. Kids and teens are at the stage where values and habits are forming. Positive information gives them something to measure against the negative information they take in every day. The sooner they receive this information, the sooner they can begin to process it and make sense of it. Now, how does that sound? I mean, that's what I wrote, and you right on point with that. You know, I know we're pressing for time. I could go on about this. I got plenty of notes on that. Let's have a podcast um, just addressing this issue right here. I like to talk on that because it's very important that these kids get this information early, you know what I mean, to get their lives going in the right direction. But on that note, I got to go. Got things to do. Thanks for having me on, and I'll be at you next time. Hey, and good luck with what you're doing. Much respect, man. Much respect. Rody out.